and welcome. I'm Renu for TV Asia here at the Houston Marriott West Chase, where the Houston Strategic Forum is hosting a conference, and the topic is Houston Growing Globally. Stick around as I bring you details from the event.
Houston is a $400 billion economy. We are 1% of the global $40 trillion economy. So Houston is very strategic to this globe and to the US. We have invited 4 major CEOs to talk about their global strategies and their global execution, how they are implementing those strategies to increase Houston's business all over the globe.
Cheryl, tell us about this. You're attending the Houston Strategic Forum, and what are your expectations?
Very high. This is the first conference. I've been involved with the Houston Strategic Forum for a couple of years now, and I find it to be a very beneficial organization. So I think we're going to get a lot of insight today.
In a recession, you've got to understand that is the time when you've got to, as Judge Emmett said during Ike, hunker down. And part of hunkering down is understanding what your strengths are and understanding what you can leverage globally. So for example, from our perspective, now is the time for Houston companies to look towards countries like India.
I come from the oil industry, so Houston for years has been a center of the global energy industry, and we're delighted as a company to be a part of that industry and to be present in Houston because it gives us a great place from which to access our customers around the world.
My expectations are really just a network. It's a great group of folks that I've been involved with now for a couple of years, and just the level of speakers and the content that they bring really brings people together from a content perspective to really get them talking about the issues of today and what some of these companies are facing, and really gives them something to take back to their own companies.
There are many things that folks are curious about. We're not sure where things are going. And if we think about what these great minds are sharing with us today, maybe we'll have a little bit more foresight into what might be coming for our own businesses.
Well, Houston has a challenge to face because energy prices are dropping at this time. And Houston economy is largely dependent on energy. But I guess as long as we keep doing the innovation and keep doing our bit, there is no reason for us to be going down with the economy.
Well, my opportunity today is to introduce Clarence Cazalot, the CEO of Marathon Oil. He's a dynamic energy leader, and of course will bring some tremendous perspective on not only the challenges to oil and energy production, but also looking to the future about alternatives.
So, a few insights on the future. What is the future?
Man, that's a great question that you ask. I think that's why we come together, so we can listen to one another and hear what's going on out in the world. The future's very, very exciting today. We are going through a restructuring of the global economy. It's cooling off, arguably, but I think the theme of today is let's don't waste this crisis. Let's see what the opportunities are and run towards them.
One of the things that really impresses me about this particular event, though, is that Ravi Khator has put together leaders in energy, life science, education, information technology, and transportation. You know, what a great place to learn about strategy.
Houston's $400 billion economy and the roughly $40 trillion global economy are intertwined. If you do the math, you can see that Houston represents a full 1% of the global economy. Very impressive indeed. And therefore, Houston and the global economy are intertwined. And Houston is growing globally. We're very excited today because this conference is going to help all of us advance strategic thinking in Houston. which is really the mission of the Houston Strategic Forum. Our mission is to help our members, our attendees gain strategic insights into strategy and execution in the large organizations. I'd like to thank our conference sponsors. Because of them, we're able to have this conference today. Silas One and BJ Services are our hospitality sponsors. Net Matrix and Wall Street Journal are lead sponsors. Our global sponsors are Continental Airlines, Marathon Oil, and National Oilwell Varco. We thank all of them. Thank you so much. Please help me thank them.
Slightly over a month ago, we elected a new president. And during the run-up to the election, we all know energy was a pretty critical issue, a topic of conversation, and in part because we were seeing very high energy prices. President-elect Obama has said in the past that energy is the most important issue our future economy is going to face. That's saying a lot. And I'm hopeful that despite the fact that since the campaign, we are now seeing much lower gasoline, diesel, natural gas prices, and we are going through a very difficult economic situation. So I'm hopeful that, although that's happened, he indeed keeps energy as a major focus for his administration. I'm also hopeful that the new administration seizes upon the opportunity and moves with urgency to really address energy security in a comprehensive, fact-based manner that really reaches out and taps the best thinkers, the most knowledgeable people we have across the entire spectrum, irregardless of ideology or political party affiliation. And I'd say, so far, the President-elect seems to have done that quite well. One of the things you'll also notice is I refer to energy security, not energy independence. And we all heard a great deal about energy independence during the campaign. I define energy security as having an adequate, reliable, and sustainable supply of clean, affordable energy to meet the needs and aspirations of private citizens, commercial enterprises, and public sector functions. And as I define it, energy security is much more than just energy. True energy security also means that first, we need to ensure environmental protection and sustainability. And secondly, and one that I think oftentimes gets overlooked, is the fact that the cost of our energy is comparable with that of other nations, so we can maintain or even enhance our economic competitiveness. This nation's energy future requires a new balance, one that provides much more energy than we've had in the past, but does so with greatly reduced carbon emissions and a lower environmental footprint, but at the same time, maintaining our economic growth and prosperity.